Earlier this year, insurance business was here at the BIBA Conference 2026 to ask the industry's biggest questions to insurers, brokers, MGAs, associations, and more. In this edition, we ask, how is the role of the broker evolving in today's market?
I think it's a really exciting time for the broker. I run a small independent broker down in Bristol. And I think that with the use of AI, the clients are starting to question, particularly smaller businesses, whether their insurance is matching their needs. And actually, we're moving more into an advisory rather than a transactional approach, which is really exciting. And I think that's the future.
The role of the broker is evolving rapidly with the march of AI. However, it's firmly rooted in what it always has been and always will be, which is an advice-led, customer-centric profession.
The role of the broker is evolving a huge amount. I mean, initially, I suppose if you go back 10, 15, 20 years ago, the role of the broker was really to go into the market and find the best price and coverage for a customer. Now, it's about technology, using technology to have, far more speed and efficiency in terms of how we deal with our customers, and that's exactly what they expect of us. Equally, it's about utilizing the data that we have, the pool of customers that we have, to try and get better solutions, and equally to find new solutions to new risks that customers are facing as well.
So I think the big challenge and opportunity that we're on the cusp of is how AI and technological advancement more generally can completely revolutionize the risk transfer process. So we have clients in the London market, very few of whom have a static risk profile over the course of the year. But we tend to sell them an annual insurance policy, which is not necessarily the most efficient risk mitigation solution for them. AI and technology will bring is the ability to process large amounts of data into information very quickly. And I think that will see a move away from a linear annual insurance policy renewal process into a more continuous risk assessment and risk mitigation process. And we'll need to find new financial instruments to trade risk to match that.
I think the role of the broker right now is more important than ever. So we're seeing customers ask AI for their insurance solutions. Here's my car registration, here's my date of birth, here's my postcode, can you get me a car insurance quote? Well, that's all very well, but I think what we need to be seen as is a trusted risk advisor to the client. So we are there, searching the market like a detective, getting those solutions, those covers that clients actually need. It's not all about the cheapest quote, the most convenient quote. It is about getting the right insurance solution so they get the right outcome if the worst happens and they need to claim. So I really want to move the kind of image of insurance broking from, transactional in some circumstances to that trusted risk advisor, because we are exactly that. We look at the risks they have, we look at the contracts that they have, we look at their property, and then we advise on, what you can do to mitigate that, to transfer that or retain that risk. So trusted risk advisor for me is the direction of travel for the broking community.
So I think I'm seeing brokers diversify into areas that they haven't previously been into, such as my area, underwriting, to differentiate themselves from a very crowded marketplace.
So I think it's all about relationships. It's all about having deeper relationships with insurers. It's really about true partnership. There's a natural progression for us in that evolution in terms of the setting up of AXA Insurance UK. And that just simplifies the way that we operate and is looking to drive long-term sustainable growth for both us and our broker partners.
The role of the broker is definitely evolving. The market dynamics are changing dramatically, and I see it almost moving from much more kind of placing individual risks to much more portfolio solutions and making sure that brokers have the ability to be a trusted advisor, added value kind of propositions as part of the overall delivery.
I think the role of the broker is a really interesting one at the moment. We've seen globally, we've seen big AI announcements over the last few months, which has knocked some share prices down in the broker space. The brokers really need to get back to the core role of the broker. They've seen disruption before. We had price comparison websites come into the marketplace. But the role of the broker around advice and making sure that the right policies are in place, the right covers in place, that clients in commercial are buying cyber, that consumers in personal lines are getting the right cover for the value of their properties for rebuild, for example. So the role of the broker needs to adapt and use these new tools and techniques, but really stick to the knitting of advice and making sure the customer's got the right cover.